Hello, everybody. Welcome to Lunch with Linda. I'm Linda Daniels, and you are now inside Northampton Wools. Oh, can you feel Christmas coming? It is definitely in the air, as well as Hanukkah and all those other holidays that people may be celebrating. Even solstice is getting closer and closer and closer.
I like that one.
Yeah, and it's getting hecticer. More and more hectic as the days go by. And I can certainly feel it outside on the street. And we really try to keep this place as peaceful and calm as we possibly can. A little bit of a sanctuary, if you will, whether you're just passing through or coming to a class or coming shopping. We like it to be a little more mellow than the craziness out there. So you'll notice that although we have Christmas music on, it's usually relatively classical, quieter kind of music. And we hope you enjoy it. Well, we have a lot of things to kind of talk about today, and hopefully it will keep you interested in thinking about knitting. At this time of year, it's always two kinds of things that are happening in the store. People that have knitters in their family or on their list are looking for gifts for those knitters, and we have lots of suggestions and helpful hints for those people. People who are knitters are looking for little gifts for maybe the people in their knitting group, and we have lots of little things that you can use for that kind of gift giving. And then we have the knitters who are looking for something for themselves, something that they want to knit, a gift that they are really hoping somebody gives them, or something that they can do to help get them through the holidays as well. Because once the hustle and bustle is over, once all the presents have been opened on Christmas morning, then I usually find that to be a really nice afternoon to do some knitting for me. This year, it's going to be very, very different for my family. For all the years that I've been married, which have plus, which now totals 51, my husband's family has had a great big Christmas Eve party. And when COVID hit, we had to stop that. And kind of several things happened. COVID canceled Christmas plans for a lot of people, our family included. The next generation, my husband and my generation, are getting older. The family's gotten a lot bigger, and we're now down to the third and fourth generation, which means that it got a lot harder for families to travel to get together for this one evening. And so we knew it was going to change. And so we've done away with our big Christmas Eve celebration. And this year, my husband and I will be going out to California on Christmas Eve day to spend Christmas week out there with our grandchildren. And I'll tell you the truth, I'm a little bit anxious about it, just because it's so very different than anything we have ever done. It's one thing for Jeff and the family not to come at Christmas here. It's another thing for us to leave. So whenever I go to California, I overpack the knitting first, and I will be doing the same thing, because not only will I need knitting, but I also often use this little bit of a break to do something for me. It's when I get a new sweater and I really want to be able to pick the right thing to do out there. It's not something that I need to knit for a custom piece or for a class that's coming up, but something just for me. So people often ask me, when do I knit for myself? That's the number one time, when I'm on that little break. But some of this stuff that I'm going to show you today, you've already seen, and I just kind of want to remind you all of it, because we have so much wonderful stuff in here, so many great fun things that they often get overlooked. And this is one of them, especially because they're piled up high on the shelf. But this is a pattern keeper that I showed you when they first came in, and they are a suede cover from Knit Pro and come with a magnetic backing with magnets, and that's what you put your pattern on. These little magnets hold the pattern to the piece, and this long magnet helps you keep track of the row that you're on. And it does a fold up like that. It's a bit of a puzzle. And then it stands just like that, so that your pattern is held up there. Now, I've been teaching the agave class, which is a dando pattern, and yesterday was our second session, and this is the thing that everybody talked about doing, having some way of keeping track of what line of the pattern they were on. And it doesn't even need to be that you're working from a chart. Sometimes when a pattern is written out row by row, it can look overwhelming because there's so much information. So this little magnet bar can help you keep track of that. It also has a zippered pocket on the back. It's not a very deep pocket, but you can certainly stick a pen and a ruler or stitch markers or something in that little pocket. We've got it both in this real sexy black with gold or this beige. And these are only $45. So this makes a great gift for the person who's been knitting for a while, and the people around that person think that they have everything they could possibly need. I actually have a couple of these because I knit in several different places, including one back behind the desk. So that's a reminder kit as well. And just a quick note, I want to send a special hello to Hoskins out there from Connecticut. Kate told me that you were here, but you were too shy to say hi to me, so I'm saying hi to you. Then we did get in our big order of Woobles, and I mean big. And there are a couple of new Woobles kits. If you are a crocheter or have somebody in your family that wants to learn to crochet, these are probably now nationwide the #1 way for people to learn how to crochet. Everything you need to make this little guy is in the kit, including the stuffing and the needle, and the first stitch is already on the needle, so that always puzzling slip stitch is already made and the project is started. The directions are fabulous, and she also has lots and lots of video to help you through the whole process. But we got the bumblebee, the frog, the lion, and the tiger. Now, the one thing that I'm not happy about is that she keeps coming up with some really great little ideas and patterns, but they only make certain ones available to stores to resell. So even though we carry the Woobles and we are the area stockist, we do not have all the kits that you can buy from her online, unfortunately. But if you're looking for a quick grab and go project, you're going to a party where there's going to be a lot of kids, or that one certain almost teenager who doesn't really know where to go with the adults or with the kids, that's a great little thing to get for them to do during that party.
We have 13 animals to choose from.
We have 15 animals?
13 animals to choose from.
We have 13 different animals in the Woobles? Wow.
That are in stock right now.
I didn't even know that. 13. It's still not everything that she does.
It's not.
And you can see that right here on in her book, because man, would I love to get that sloth. We are such a big sloth area,
one, yeah.
and the octopus. Some of them we have, the dinosaur and the frog. So take a look at those the next time you come in. We've got a lot of them in the window, and they are attracting a lot of attention. So even though we got a huge order or shipment in, I'm sure that by the time the holiday is done, they will be depleted. The other kit that we got in that I really ordered a lot of them are the Heart-a-Craft kits. And I've talked about these guys before, but this time I got a lot of new ones in as well. These come in both knit and crochet designs, and some of them have this, like this frog comes in both a knit or a crocheted kit. And I just pulled the knit one because again, we have these guys hanging all over the window and in stock in the store, but they take up a lot of room. So you can get everything that you need What you don't get in here are the needles. This guy, I want to know, every time I've seen a hippo pattern, it has a tube around it. Why? Why is a swimming tube around a hippo?
Because hippos spend a lot of time in water.
I know, but it's just silly. This is like the 4th hippo pattern I've seen that has a tube.
Huh.
It's really pretty funny. This one is crocheted and has that little sun visor
So
to make
cute.
as well. They really are cute. Really, really are cute. Which reminds me, Kate, we need to do the open one of these
Oh yeah, we're gonna do that.
so that you can really see everything that's in it. And this little bear with his own little overalls, isn't that sweet?
He's so sweet.
These really are cute.
He's got such personality.
And I know that we only have 2 of the snowman kits because this is the right time of year for those snowmen. And this one is knit. So these make just they have a great presentation. Like I said, everything is in here, including the stuffing, which you have to open and let expand. The eyes, all the directions, which are written in several different languages. This is the one. We only were able to snag one of these. So if you have somebody special in your life that you want to gift, this is crocheted. This is Milu, the mermaid. She even comes, I think you can see it, with a little package of sequins to sew on to her body. Is that fun?
On her fins for her scale.
Yeah.
Beth
So-
said that maybe the hippo is wearing a tutu. Like.
It could be. It could be. I have seen two hippos as well. Okay. All right. We did get in, believe it or not, a brand new sock yarn. And I was so happy that I actually got this stuff. This is from Lane de Nord. It's their art sock line. And Kate, I will need you to hold these close because this is a self-striping sock. They did a great job of putting the color work, what it knits like, on the label so you can see exactly how it stripes out. So if you're a sock knitter and you just love these self-striping and love to have everyone that comes in, take a look at these because we only got 3 colors. I think there were maybe 6 altogether, but it is a true sock yarn in both wool and nylon blend. Yeah, 75 wool superwash and 25% nylon. And I am really, really happy with the way it feels, which is really very soft. And I would also recommend working from the outside of the ball because this is not spun tightly. It's really very soft. And I think if you try to knit from the inside, it's going to collapse on itself right away. And for some reason, this one really makes me think of candy at Christmas. There's something about the color.
Or like the Christmas lights that are different colors.
Yeah, something like that. Really, really
So these
fun.
pictures are on the website, on the homepage.
So this is all live on the website, on the homepage, because I'm talking about it today. And Kate continues to do a great job of putting the stuff that I talk about right on that first page. So, so we have inventory in this, and it is also live on the website as well. Last week, I told you about Garn Studio and their advent for the month of December. Each day, you get to click on one of these little houses, and it gives you a new little pattern. How many of you looked for it and are doing it? Well, I was so in love with these houses that, of course, I found burning the candle at midnight time to make one of them, and I'm so thrilled with how it came out. It was so easy. It is knitting around on tiny needles. Now, you could follow the pattern and use larger needles and just make a larger house. But and in fact, I think the yarn that I used, obviously just scrap stuff, is heavier than the yarn that they called for, but it didn't come out too big. I think it makes a great ornament size, and I just really like the way it looks.
It's the same shape.
It is the same shape pretty much, but it's done in the round and decreased at the top on double pointed needles, and then you stuff it, you embroider it, stuff it, and sew it closed. I imagine if you are any kind of knitter, you could figure out how to do it flat. At first, I thought it was, when I first looked at it, I thought it was knit flat up and over, which would also be an easy way to do it. But I have opened a door every day and really want to make every little project. They've done 2 different kinds of bow patterns, one with long tails, big for in your hair, and one smaller one for packages. So that's been fun to do, and I will remind you of that too. Really, really cute way to use up leftover stuff. We are really, really, really excited. I didn't grab the gnome. Shelley has scheduled the first of her Never Not Gnoming classes, the blue one, that one.
This one?
Yes.
With the pockets.
Oh no, so it's the other one.
Because she said you don't have to do the stripes.
It's the very basic NOLA,
Yeah.
G-N-O-L-A. And you can do pockets or you can do it without. But Shelley is going to teach the class based on this pattern. And her class is in January. Where did I write that down? Oh, here it is. Thursdays in January 23rd and 30th, and then on February 6th as well. You will be following the directions for this gnome, but you'll be using worsted weight yarn. So it will go a little bit faster, be a little bit easier to knit. Your gnome will come out bigger, but you'll learn all of the little techniques that Sarah uses in her patterns. So you'll then be able to follow just about any of her designs. Now she does do more and more complicated little things for them, but this gets you going in it. We've got that class live on the website, so you can sign up for it now, and we'll help you pick out materials and make sure that you're ready to go. You do need to know how to knit. This is not a beginning knitting class. You should know the basics, how to cast on, how to knit, how to purl, how to do the basic increases and decreases, and then Shelley will help you with all of the details in the shaping and everything. So we're looking forward to that class, because how can you resist these guys?
They're so
right?
cute.
They're so cute.
Especially with the pockets.
No, that's just the first of many little things that these gnome guys come with. The other thing that we're really looking forward to, I cannot tell you how excited I am to have Gudrun Johnston here on Thursday. We got the yarn in, we got the hat kits in, her holiday hat. It's a limited edition. The pattern is not available until after December 15th, so up until then, it's only available as a kit. We only have 2 of them left, and I was just talking to Gudrun this morning via email, and she's going to try to find a few more for us, so we'll have them here. But the kit, remember, is for the holiday hat, and you get to make both hats out of the, it's up right side up, both hats out of the yarn that's in the kit. She, like I said, is hopefully going to find a couple more. She's going to come here on Wednesday to help us set up and display. She's going to bring along all of the samples that she's going to be featuring and talking about, and hopefully we'll be able to set the yarn up for those samples so that it's easy to put together if you want to do her kits. If you look at the email that I sent out about it, that very first picture of the 2-tone cowl is a free pattern right now on Ravelry. It's her gift to everyone.
Oh,
the Riggies cowl, and it uses the yarn that we got in. So if you wanted to grab that pattern before and even print it out and bring it, I'm sure she'd sign it for you and help you pick her colors. She has knit it several times in 2 different colors and sometimes in the same color on each half. So it's a fun garter stitch, easy cowl that you can make. Oh, maybe these are the books.
We've been wanting this.
Is it?
It is Bryson.
Oh, it's our Bryson order.
That means
Not the books.
That means we got in ball winders.
We got in new ball winders, but we'll deal with those later. Okay, so anyway, so grab that pattern. Like I said, it is free on Ravelry. It is called Wriggles, and
Riggies, I think.
Riggies. I'm sorry,
It might
not
be
Wriggles.
Ridgies.
Something. It's
Something.
probably Ridgies
Like
because it is garter stitch, so it has
Ridge.
ridges on
Yeah.
it. And then she'll be here on Thursday from 4 to 7 with the samples, meeting and greeting you, talking a little bit about a book. Now, she's not doing a formal talk, so you can pop in anytime, stay for 15 minutes or half an hour or 10, or stay for the whole time. We are very thankful that our very own Marianne Snow is going to be whipping up some shortbread for a little treat for everybody, and I'm hoping I can get my hands on some more apple cider.
Now, when she makes shortbread, it is like French. It's like
Marianne has been trained or did some training in France. She is an excellent, excellent cook. She actually said to me yesterday that she might be tempted to make what she calls millionaire shortbread. It's dipped in chocolate. We'll see. Anyway, Gudrun, I hope, please, come and support and help us welcome Gudrun and the Simply Shetland Spindrift yarn to Northampton Wools. How long we carry it, how much we carry is dependent on you. You either are gonna love it or you're gonna go like, no, that's okay. Because that's what determines shelf space in the store. If it's something that our customers want, we make sure we have plenty of shelf space for it. But Gudrun is such a clever, incredibly unique designer that I'm sure once you see her things close up and personal, and this is not something you often get a chance to do, that you will also fall in love with that whole fair aisle. And so come and meet her and see the book and take a look at all of the colors that she's chosen, especially for Northampton Wools. The other thing that's going to be new are, in this next 2 weeks leading up to it, if you've got somebody who's shopping for you and just doesn't know what to get, we are putting together these little, I'm calling them Stuff Your Stocking kits. We're doing a $10 kit and a $20 kit. And the $10 kit has $15 worth of goodies in it, and the $20 kit has about 25, if not a little bit more, value in it. And we're just stuffing these bags with little bits and things, a little Swedish cloth, and these are how do they say it? Representative. You might not get exactly this, but you're going to get something like this. We have these little heart pom-poms that you can put on your keychain. That's what a lot of kids do, right? They put these little furry things on their keychain. You get a nice wooden box for your special stitch markers. That I don't think safety pin stitch markers, a sewing needle won't really fit in there, but a needle threader will fit right in there. And then we have a sheep keychain and some of the leather labels and some of the cat stitch markers. They're gold but shaped like a cat to put in that thing. And another little,
I love how it has a little ear.
I know. And another little progress keeper. This has one of those lobster claws, so it will hook right onto your knitting if you need to measure from there. So we've put together a little treasure bag, if you will, of a little assortment of odds and ends. Kate and I were both talking about how when we were both growing up, those were some of the fun gifts, those little packages of you don't really know what.
Oh, they were my favorite.
Maybe you already have it, but who doesn't need another yarn needle in their life? So look for those or ask for those, or if you have young children or grandchildren that are looking for a gift for you, have them ask at the desk. We will have a little basket with, a few of them in there, but for $10 or $20, you can get a great little stocking stuffer assortment of little bits and pieces of tools. It's some fun things that I'm sure you will all love. I also wanted to briefly remind everybody about the Escape to the Cape. That is happening on March 7th, 8th, and 9th. It's the first full weekend in March. We have a few spots left. I think maybe 8, maybe 10. I had a couple people sign up not online, so I need to actually look at my list, but we're getting pretty close to full. And if you want to come to the Cape with us, you need to either sign up online or let me know that you want to come, and then you need to make your reservation if you're going to stay at the hotel with us, at that hotel by February 1st. So you've only got about 5 or 6 weeks left to decide that. I also got an email this morning from the Watermill that at Posara, that is the place where I am teaching in May in Italy. And they want me to collect or have a list of people who are interested in going. It is sold out right now, but just in case somebody drops out.
Oh,
If you think you can come in May, I think it's May 17th. It might be May 19th. It's that week. If you're available then and you want to be first on the list, if anybody drops out, drop me a line and I'll send you the link to sign up with them to be on the waiting list. I know that there are 2 people that are already on the list, but just in case, because right now it is sold out, but who knows what will happen. Yeah. So keep that in mind. The Cape, if you don't want to travel overseas, and Italy, if you do want to come. One last thing. 2 last things. We have posted, I finally got our schedule finalized for the end of the year. And we are posting that. Is it up already on the website?
It's homepage, about page, contact page.
So our hours over Christmas week and the following week are on the website. We will be closed the 29th, the 30th, the 31st, and January 1st. So we're going to be closed for 4 full days. I'll be in California, and it just doesn't make sense to open on a holiday, and we're normally closed on Tuesday anyway, so we just decided to give everybody a little rest. So we're definitely closed 29 through 1st. We will be open on the 26th, 27, and 28. So check the website before you head over, or check now so that you know sort of what our hours are going to be over that holiday week. Once January rolls around, we're going to be back to our regular hours. Probably still open a few Sundays in January because we have some classes that we're going to be doing. Shelley also put together a bunch of other new classes, so take a look. We have got a full website of classes right now. I don't know why the website broke it into classes and classes and classes. Oh, you did?
I know why. Because we have classes, and then if you scroll down, we have retreats. So that's where you sign up for the Cape.
Okay, thank you. So it's always a little, tweak all the time. Thank God Kate can do all of that stuff. So check that out, because there might be something you're interested in, especially Barb, if you're watching. I tried to send you an email, but it bounced back, so I'll try again. Shelley did schedule the Ravelry class, and she's doing 2 of them. A basic Ravelry basics. If you want to figure out how to use Ravelry, how to create your account, how to get introduced to Ravelry. Maybe you opened an account and you have no idea what to do to begin to use it. Take the basic Ravelry class, and then she's doing a Ravelry 101, which will beyond the basics, which will take you to the next step. And Shelley is an excellent teacher in that mode. So one last quick thing. This is my most popular pattern on Ravelry. It's the linen stitch hat. I originally designed it for the Misty Alpaca. They are no longer a part of the shop, so we were able to get our hands on some baby alpaca grande from Plymouth Yarn. So it's a bulky weight knit. It's a linen stitch that mimics seed stitch, but it is a denser fabric. And I rewrote the pattern to have, one version has a little tiny rolled edge.
Oh, cute.
Like that.
Yeah.
And one version has just the cast on jump into the linen stitch. I really and truly mean it. This is my #1 selling pattern on Ravelry. It is a one skein project. We got in tons of colors of the baby alpaca grande. They are all live on the website. We're going to be taking pictures so that I can redo the pattern, and we will have it as a kit. The new pattern won't be free. You will be able to buy it, but it will come free if you buy the yarn. So it's just one skein, lots of different colors, and a real quick knit. It's on a 10.5 needle. That's the scoop today, everybody. Whew, I just had my hair cut. Thank you, Jason. And what?
Do you remember your sweater or anything about
Oh,
it?
yeah. Okay. This is another old sweater, really old.
So where's it weigh?
It is a little bit bulkier than that. It's actually a Classic Elite yarn, and Classic Elite is long gone. It was their Posh 100% cashmere, and it is Posh. It has held up really, really well. This sweater is probably close to 20-something years old. I'm not kidding. It's one of my oldest, but one of my favorite. And when I took it out this year, there was a hole.
No.
Yes.
Oh.
A horrible buttonhole row. So I have a little boo-boo in my sweater. Okay, the pattern I actually can't remember again, whether it was a pattern or I created it, because this was the time when I was just doing a lot of
That looks like
experimenting.
something you put up together with the half and half.
Especially, you know why it's 2 colors? Because I only had so many skeins of each color left. Fortunately, they work.
Yeah.
And I'm not stuck on everything matching, but you know, it's kind of like the shoemaker's kits. The yarn store owner gets the leftovers. And so a lot of my stuff is creative coloring. Let's put it that way. All right. What time is it?
It's 1:04.
Okay, good. I was back and forth about sharing these stories. It's an emotional chicken story. And people are still knitting them like mad. But they're also very sad stories, sort of. There was a woman in the store on Saturday, and she saw the chickens that I had done and laughed about them and said, you know, it's so great to see them. She said, I knit an emotional support chicken, and I wanted to give it to my children, one of my children, but my grandchild just kind of scooped it up and took possession of it. And she said that made me feel really good. She just took it over, and it was at a time in this grandchild's life where she really needed it and really took to it. And almost a few hours later, I hear another story from another person who said they have provided housing to a woman who is being abused, and this woman is now living with them temporarily, but the storyteller's husband grabbed the chicken that she had made and said, maybe this will help you a little bit. And my customer said the woman just hugged it and hugged it and hugged it and took right to it. So emotional support chickens are not done by any means, and they have definitely found their place in the world. Keep that in mind. Have a great week, everybody, and make sure you find time to go knit something. Bye.